Hey guys, I'm Lazor, otherwise known as Matt. Shoutcasting maylxx's video. He sent me two videos back to back. He said they're pretty short, so I guess we'll find out if they are pretty short or not. He's leading off with dragons. This is a very good hand. Three mountains is kind of what you want to see with any deck. You want to see three mountains. No, you want to see three land in your opening hand, because that way you got a couple of turns to get to 4 and 5 and all that kind of stuff. Two dragon fodders plus the battle cry guy. Yeah, knights then goes to concede. No, is really good, and he has a mass removal, which probably, looking at his hand, probably won't be that useful, especially since his opponent is at least playing plains. Well, the Earthquake isn't going to be that useful until it's like a down but not out kind of scenario. I mean, if it was against the elves, then I'd see Earthquake being useful, but at the moment it looks like he's going to have more creatures on the field than his opponent. The opponent could still be playing March to War, of course, in which case Earthquake still wouldn't be that great, because it's Squadron Hawk. Against swinging for 2, if he was playing March to War, his opponent could raise the alarm. At the moment, a trade for 2 tokens for 2 tokens that could have Battle Cry is beneficial for his opponent. It is called Turbo Leaf. Leaf spelled phonetically. It's kind of strange. Next turn should probably... Well, even if he draws... Oh, he's playing against knights, and his knights play doesn't know how to use the ability Flash. Well, isn't that good for him? He should probably play Dragon Fodder. Oh, he drew the Burst Lightning, which is fucking good. Burst Lightning 2-2 in his first main. The reason why you want to do it in your first main is because if this was real life Magic, you could get away with swinging in first and killing it before it declared blockers. But we all know how buggy this game can be, how glitchy and irritating it can be. So doing it in your first main is probably actually pretty beneficial in comparison, because the game could fuck you over. Not let you use the pause button, not let you play a spell, and then he could possibly lose his 2-2 Battle Cry. But instead he gets in there for 6, which is a lot of damage. He's going to get in there for 8 next turn, and looking at it, if he draws a land next turn, then he has won. Almost certain. Knights, never mind what he does. Well, Knight's going to block the Battle Cry guy. He's going to take 8, go to 4. Then that leaves 4 tokens on the field. So even if he plays a blocker here, he still gets in for 2. Earthquake does damage to X amount of damage to all creatures without flying and player, which means he can Earthquake for 2 and kill his opponent. So that's game. That is game. That's very quick. Dragons beating down knights. Don't usually see dragons get off to this quick of a start, and 2 dragon fodders and battle cry is always good. I do think that dragons would have been a lot better if there was like 2 or 3 goblin war drivers or other things that had battle cry, but yeah. There he goes at 2. Will he Earthquake? Yep, yeah he will. He's a competent player. So will Earthquake. The other cards being dead in his hand, like Volcanic Dragons, a fucking waste of space. It's a 6 cost, 4-4 haste, 4-4 haste for 6, yeah. This hand you keep and hope you draw a land, I guess. Looking at it, Ethereum Sculptor is going to be very useful. Master of Ethereum, always a good card. Edge Champion, always a good card. Guaranteed Metalcraft is about there. Snapsteel Glider, great, that's going to get in there for some damage. Go get the island, obviously. Hopefully he draws a land off the top, otherwise he's going to be behind a couple of turns, playing against Forest. Okay, so he's got Boss Banneret, which is a slightly better version of Ethereum Sculptor, even though it could be argued that there are more things that Ethereum Sculptor is going to make cheaper than Boss Baronet, but Boss Baronet does have that 1 extra toughness, which does let it to block a little bit better. So it's kind of there's less tree fog spells that get cheaper, but there's the 1-3 for 2 with that ability. So there you go. Next turn probably wants to play. Well, he's got Terramorphic at the moment. He could play Master of Theorem, or apparently he wants to play Cumberstone, which is like flashing it up on the screen. Cumberstone's going to be kind of okay. Battle Wand Oak, which just got played, is going to be getting stronger, at least by 2 per turn. Most of the time people are going to be able to play a Tree Folk spell. I mean a Tree Folk card, or, well, Tree Folk spell also counts creatures, or a land a turn, so most of the time it's going to get stronger. So really all he's done is negate Boss Baronet's power at the moment. He has played Cumberstone and did draw the land, which is good. Next turn, Terramorphic, because I think he has a free turn. In fact, no, because if he draws a land, he should play the land, I guess. It depends what he draws. Because he could play... I don't know, he could just play two drops, right? That's what I want to think. I think he should probably play... Well, wow, hitting him for 6, I wasn't even looking, I was just staring at my hand. Trying to think of what he should play. Let it through. At the moment, Ethereum Sculptor is really, really good for him, so... He did draw the island, would probably to play Terramorphic, and... yeah, maybe he wanted to play Terramorphic. The thing is, it is tempting just to get 2 creatures down, but Terramorphic at this point is a kind of a free turn. Should play Snapsail Glider. I would play Snapsail Glider, reasoning being is because you can play Master of Theorem main phase next turn anyway. Main phase next turn. Then you can, and if you have Snapsail Glider, it's more likely to get in next turn for 3, along with Paladin down there. I think that's, no, it's not Paladin. God, Edge Champion, yeah. Jesus Christ, my names are getting all mixed up today. With Edge Champion down there. Edge Champion can block, it doesn't particularly matter about the toughness. Especially since this guy's probably going to get buffed anyway, so it won't get killed. It'll just get blocked. And the 4-4 at this point will be a 5-5. There you go, if you've got the Swamp you could play that card, but hindsight is always 20/20. I guess the temptation of playing 2 creatures in one turn is always a big temptation. But yeah, instead of being chump blocked for 5 and getting in there for 3, he could have got in there for 6 this turn. Master of Theorem would have been still back to block, but no, his opponent's thinking he's won. That's a good thing about PC, is that you can just type away. That's pretty cool. I like that ability. You can't particularly do that on Xbox, obviously, because control is shit for typing. Can't do it on PS3 either, even though I think the typing's a little bit better because it has like predictive text almost. Go get your Swampster. But yeah, it would be a, well, he would have taken an extra 3 last turn, he'd be taking another 6 this turn. He'd be down to 8. So yeah, I think this game is pretty much over. Overrun would severely hurt at the moment, especially if he decides to overextend. So probably just getting in there for 6, no more, no less. Probably a good idea. I mean, he will have Tidehollow Strix back, of course, but Trample's going to fuck over Tidehollow Strix, and he is going to get in there for 6. Playing it a little bit passive, but that's a good way to play. Is being not too aggressive, and he's going to hold back. He could have played Tidehollow Strix. I don't know why he didn't. Because it would have still cost him double blue, and there is the overrun, but like I said, it would have still kept your double blue open because it's not going to fuck over his mana because it's going to tap 1 blue 1 black, which means it would have been plains double blue open. I needed to draw an Undermine from that. His opponent did draw a card, and they're both drawing cards, which is why I hate running that 2-3 card. I do not run it. I advise everyone not to run it as well, because, well, it's going to... Sure, it's going to give you a little bit of card advantage, but it's also going to give your opponent card advantage. And I don't want to give my opponents any free cards if I can help it. So, yeah. What are we going to see here? 5, 3, he's going to get in the 3. This game's basically over though. Game is basically over. He could probably afford to swing him with everyone, yeah, because he can just bring his creature back from the graveyard. Even with, well, I'm guessing he's got land in hand since he said everything gets the land. I don't know why he blocked that one, as in with that creature. I understand why he blocked the Ethereum Sculptor, but he's saying all he's getting is land, and he probably should have thrown the other 0-3 Boss Baronet in front of it, because Battle Wand Oak still has the power, to get bigger. And as you see now, it would be huge. Don't know why he didn't put it on the 4-6 again. It doesn't make much sense. Klosti Sama is looking in pretty shit shape at the moment. He's lost, in fact. Not only is it shit shape, he just swings with maylxx champion in the fly and he's lost. So yeah, that is game. maylxx won 2. Pretty simple games. I don't know. He's obviously just splashing for the victory. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but links in the description, or info in the description if you want your stuff to be shoutcasted. The more exciting the gameplay, the better it will be. The closer, the more mistakes, the more I can comment on, the more I can ridicule. But that's going to be the game. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, then ratings are always a good thing. Always a good indication of what you want to see more of. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.